Hello there, and welcome to Dr. S for July the 8th. That's right, our first Dr. S. This is beautiful. Alright, so we're moving up the right-hand side. Obviously, take out the free things. Use whatever GBE you might have at your level to take down that boom cannon, and once that happens, it's just a clear road right to a win and some of Dr. S's loot. Moving on to stage 2. Oh, by the way, sorry, that had a 50,000 hit point HQ. This level has a 43,000 hit point HQ. So, Dr. S, in his emotional state, has clearly forgotten how to make math. Who knows? Basically, as long as you shock the cannon, you're gonna be fine. Don't stalk anyone. You can get arrested for that, I'm pretty sure. Definitely get some jail time. If nothing else, restraining orders, and no one wants to have that. Alright, stage 3 of Dr. T has 220,000 hit points on the HQ, but fortunately, there's only really this one cannon here, and maybe some mines right in front of the HQ. Now, I threw a barrage, and even if your barrage doesn't take out the cannon, I'm not necessarily trying to take out the cannon. I'm more interested in doing damage to the cannon and taking out the mines. If you take out the cannon, that's gravy on the cake as far as I'm concerned. Basically, once you work on that cannon sniper tower with your tanks, or take it out with GBE, whatever, flare yourself right up into the corner, and the rocket launcher that's crazy high level with super tons of hit points can't hit you, and you're nice and safe. Then throw all your critters, and they will destroy that HQ, because it has a lot of hit points. Alright, moving on to stage 4. Stage 4 has 206,000 hit points on the HQ, and oh baby, look at all these freaking boom cannons. WTF. Alright. Now, I obviously didn't land too many tanks, but that's kind of what you're looking for. You want to smoke twice on the left side of the beach, land everything to the right side of the beach, and then flare up into the very far corner. And what you're probably going to want to do is time your boat landings so that your tanks are as clumped up as possible, because if you time it just right, you can skirt around the outside and go around the bottom boom cannon, but you're going to have to be clumped up pretty good, I'm not going to lie to you. And then once you see that sniper tower going down, you have to you have to flare up into the top corner right away, because your tanks are going to start drifting down into that boom cannon, and that would not be good. And basically, if you GBE the mortar just because it's annoying you, you can set up shop right here where my tanks are and be out of range of all 3 of those boom cannons. Now, if you have more tanks, obviously they're going to spread out a little more. Things are going to get a lot more dicey, but if you don't need a full load of tanks. If you've got the DPS, by all means, you can pull your tanks in right here and have a nice, easy ride. If you do spread out a little more, throw down some shocks, throw down some critters if you have them, and you'll be able to distract. Well, chances are you won't have critters, but shocks, you should be able to stun the boom cannon long enough, because it's the one on the south that's really going to get dicey, I'm not going to lie to you. I guess the other 2 too. Maybe figure out who's shooting at you. If the 2 are shooting at you, definitely go after them. Same deal on this level, by the way. Okay, first let's start with 353,000 hit points on the HQ, 12,000 hit points on the boom cannons, and 13,500 on the shock launcher. So we kind of left the bottom shock launcher. We focused on the shock launcher and boom cannon towards the back of the base, which might be a little weird. And I wasn't able to show it to you because obviously I didn't need to land a full complement of tanks. But if you do, make sure you smoke the left side of that beach so that the shock launcher that you left standing there doesn't do anything weird to you. I don't know, maybe it tries to give you a roofie. Anyways, going up the right hand side, there's still 2 boom cannons in the back there, and a shock launcher. All of these things are horrible. Crazy stage 5, like super hard. So throw as much GBE as you can at the boom cannons to take them out, and then let your tanks roll up. Unfortunately, they pretty much have to do it without any assistance. Like, you can't really be throwing too many shocks or heals or anything like that. Like, obviously every once in a while you can get away with it, but I'm guessing you're going to be a lot lower on the GBE than myself, so you're not going to have a whole bunch left over. Alright, so now my tanks kind of split off. You can see that here. And I can't guarantee you it's only going to be one tank that's going to go down towards that shock launcher, but 1 or 2, maybe 3 tanks, let them go down. They can tank that shock launcher and basically just take the stuns from the shock launcher, while the rest of your tanks go up north and take down the HQ like this. That way, you know, your tanks tank the shock launcher for your tanks. I heard you like tanks, so I put some tanks in your tanks. Gas tanks. Alright, moving on to stage 3. Stage 3, sorry, stage 6. I'm stage 3 apparently. Alright, stage 6 has 342,000 hit points on the HQ, and it has 16,000 hit points on the shock launcher that I just blowed up real good like. Now, here's the crazy part. There's no boom cannons, and there's only the one shock launcher. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I saw this base and I looked at it and I'm like, one shock launcher, no boom cannons? What? What? There's a trick. I thought for sure Supercell had hidden something in here, you know, like a new defense, like the hidden underground mine that explodes tanks in one shot or something. I thought there was going to be something that would jump out at me and scare the ever-leaving bejesus out of me. And it didn't happen. There was no trick. It was just a really lucky stage 6, I guess. Basically, if you're able to get through stage 5, you could probably do 6. You might run into some problems because the defenses are definitely a much higher level. Like, even though you don't have any boom cannons or shock launchers, they're all of the sniper towers and everything are pretty boosted up. They're pretty high level. But hey, worth a shot, right? Especially because at stage 6 you get one of those first guaranteed crystals, which is key. Also, holy smokes, I just saw it is Riflemen weekend. So, I know you're saying to me, but you're Riflemen, they're level 11. Well, I've been upgrading them. They're level 13 now. Woohoo! That's right. You are gonna get to see some crazy Rifleman rampages this weekend with level 13 Riflemen? Oh yeah, we're gonna make it happen, don't worry. I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna actually be able to take. Maybe it's just gonna be me running Riflemen into, like, level 60 NPC bases and getting destroyed every freaking time. But you better believe I'm gonna have some fun with these guys, because, come on. Why not? Alright, so, stage 7, 453,000 hit points on the HQ, 30,000 hit points on each of the boom cannons, and once again, we're in another one of these weird scenarios where there's like a boom cannon right on the beach, so smoke yourself on the left-hand side. Past the smoky on the left-hand side? No. Anyways, run around the right-hand side, because that'll keep you away from that bottom boom cannon. Now, I kind of screwed up my, I guess, cannon shot? Or my shock? Like, the shock I was trying to throw on the cannon. I'll make the words, I promise. Ooh. Alright, so I didn't get the boom cannon and the cannon. I believe that is possible, but it'll only save you a few GBE, and hopefully that won't matter, because once you tuck everybody in right here, basically you got free reign. You can sit here, you throw a few medkits because you are going to have some splash damage that's kind of raining down upon you. But from here, I only lost the one tank and was able to burn down the HQ. So hopefully this has been helpful, hopefully it's been entertaining, and most importantly, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. We'll see you tomorrow for Volcano Island.